into this music business as a whole for close to, I remember, I was born into it in a way, but at least that I remember as a young boy since I was like age 10. I'm in my mid 50s now by God's grace. And this is what I've been doing. Because my dad plays the music and is a pastor, is a clergy. So one way or the other, I find myself being a pastor, but I'm a musician. I'm a gospel artist. I play gospel music. I've produced quite a number of few gospel artists, known and notable one in the country. And I've shared stage with quite a number of artists, both locally and internationally, either gospel or even secular, by the grace of God. I do it, I purchase instrument, consult for churches, do sound, do some proof, anything music is what I've been doing for about 40 something years of my life as a very, very young boy, playing, started to produce, started to perform. And I've worked with quite a number of artists as an instrumentalist. You know, I have worked with Dupe Olulano. I used to be Dupe Olulano's band leader, band director like 34 years ago. Like, precisely, I think I joined her 1989, and I recorded some couple of albums with her. In fact, majority of her hits, Jesus Na Correct, Jesu Dabira, Holy Ghost Conga, quite a number of, I've played with Sonny Okoso as a bass player before. I've traveled with Sonny Okoso in and out of the country, coupled with a lot of people. So this is what I've been doing by the grace of God. And I find joy, I find fulfillment. I would not say I'm rich, but I'm not broke. And God has been so faithful. And as work as music pastor in Redeemed Church, for about 21 years before I moved to Trinity House under Pastor Itwa. Because Pastor Itwa and I used to be in Trinity House, Christ Church, sorry, RCCG Christ Church, Bagada right here, and I started Christ Church when Christ Church was 1 month old. Christ Church will be 29 years old to this year, I guess, so, and but before Christ Church RCCG, I used to work with a Redeemed Church called Beautiful Gate down Maryland. The name of the pastor is Daddy Wingwe. In fact, it's the dad to Abat Wingwe. So I worked there as the music director for about 18 months before I came to Christ Church. So I worked in Christ Church for about 19 years as a music minister, music director. I was in charge of the music, technical, media before I moved to Trinity House, where I am still working, doing my ministry and doing my personal music everywhere I go. By God's grace, God has granted us grace. We've traveled globally. At least in this almost 40 years, we've been in and out of town, Nigeria. We have affected life positively. We've done concerts, done recordings, teach, and I just came back from America on a 6 weeks tour, together with family, but I was doing my business music too. So it's been a big journey, most importantly. I think it's divine because I'm a prince. I'm a prince, I'm a prince. My elder brother, is a prince, but most importantly, destiny is very, very important. Everybody must find their purpose because I can't be in the palace and my elder brother will be in the palace. So we are all fulfilling destiny in our own ways, trying to be what God wants us to be. So this is where we are. My dad, like I said earlier on, was a pastor and was a musician, was an accountant, before he passed. My mom sing. Actually, nearly everybody in our house sing because it's actually in the blood. My elder brother, the Kabiesi, Kabiesi sings very well. My junior ones, my elder, everybody, it runs in the family. My mom sing. My mom used to be in the Good Women Choir in Ibadan,
Mm.
in the 50s, in the 50s to 60s. So we thank God for how far God has helped us, and we're still moving and pushing. And I've done a couple of projects, and very soon I'll be doing my own project. I'm doing my concert very close to my birthday date, and there'll be featuring the likes of Tope Alabi, Bucci, the reggae maestro, the gospel artist reggae, some guys from Ibadan called Boys Olorun Apala, fantastic guys. Noel Adejo, you know. If Timmy Dakolo confirms his availability, Timmy is part of the lineup, and the list is endless. Apex Choir, the reigning choir in Celestia now, they call them Apex Choir. They are the one they recorded the music, the sound called Ebenezeri. What a fantastic song that is reigning now. So those are the lineup for my concert. It's going to be November 27th on the island. So and because of the grace God has given us, we look forward to see everybody from every walks of life, the government, the politics, the church people. Of course, because I came from a royal family, so you'll be seeing different people to come together and enjoy good music that edifies, that touches the soul. That's what we're looking forward to do. I think by God's grace, I'm looking forward, if confirmed, that the Shafi and Ketenshaw will be the compare during the night, or so many people. And because I've been in this place, even though I'm a quiet person, I've been in the industry for quite a while. I don't talk like this, except occasion demands for it. But I have worked with a lot of people in this country. I have worked with people by the grace of God. But you know, the antidote for work is more work. Yes, sir.
Let's talk about your view of the industry today.
Yes, sir.
I haven't been around all this while. You must have watched the industry grow from face to face. And
Yes, sir.
looking back, how do you feel the evolution of the different genre of music that have come, and at what stage are we now?
Well, first of all, without not mixing words, Nigeria is at the center of entertainment. Not because I'm in Nigeria, and believe me honestly, by the grace of God, I am not ready to exchange Nigeria for anywhere. I'm so sorry to say this, but I will say it as a Christian, as a creative man, because what we have in Nigeria does not exist in anywhere in the world. Like I told you, I've been doing this thing as a kid, and I've traveled Europe, America every time. The material, the supernatural endowment that God has given to Nigeria in terms of entertainment, not even other things, you can't find it anywhere. And I want to tell you that we have not tapped 50%. True and true. Okay, so we first of all, because our forefathers and our pioneers, the likes of maybe Ebenezer Obey, Sonia Day, Eddie Okonta, name them, Victor Wyford, Sonny Okoso, all our people, Balamila, Balamila, I just names. They started, but because there were no structure, they were doing too much. They were doing extra to cover for, but the age at which we are now, there are structure. So we're doing just a little, but the structure is bringing out the little. So with due respect to our elders, that the pioneer that paved the way for us, they did so many things. Their composition is great. Their writing skill, their composition, take that away. Their natural skill, because there are no teachers to teach the likes of Sonia Days, Ebenezer Obey, Victor Waifo, Eddie Okonta, Victor Laya, Balamila, name them, Damaraya Joss, Tunji Oyelano, Akim Karim. These are great musicians, great creatives. And the structure there were no civilization, there were no technology, there were no internet, but they make good music. Now, coming back to this age, the internet aided with their children, and the world can celebrate us. Now, talking about where we are now is the government must realize, okay, I don't know whether it was Alibaba that was saying it or during the COVID, they were trying to set up some entertainment setup, and I know Alibaba was part of it. In Lagos, presently, sir, every weekend, the entertainment sector, what transpired financially in the entertainment sector in Lagos every weekend, I am telling you, in Lagos, because Lagos is the heart of entertainment. With due respect to my older brothers from other states, if you don't bring your craft to Lagos, people won't see it. Not that there are no good people elsewhere. What transpired financially in terms of our events, music, comedy, film every weekend in Lagos cannot be less than 50 billion naira. And I mean it, 50 billion naira. So if you want to analyze it, so which means in a month in our entertainment industry, we're locking about 250 billion. Wasiu or Bobrisky, sorry to mention this, they were doing events and I saw, and when we talk about this event, we are like the hub of every sector. So when I do my concert, there's media, there's adverts, there's costume, there's transportation, there's catering, there's sound, there's lighting. We're talking about where we are. Because I told you earlier on that apart from music, I consult. I have a rental company. I do backline in Nigeria or in Lagos. If you mention Tosin Alao, they call me Sati. I'm one of the number 1 to 5 backliners in Nigeria. The meaning of backline is the instrument you use on stage, your keyboards and everything. And I've done backline for Mary J. Blind. I've done backline for Lauryn Hill, Marcus Miller. I've done backline for Gerard Albright. I've done that backline for Richard Bonner. Name everybody. What transpires in our music business in Lagos every weekend is nothing less than 50 billion. And I'm repeating it. Go and check it. We have a hotel. We have Abo Points. We have how many do we have? Whitestone at Ikeja. They just built another one at the back of Sheraton called Bamura. So do a tour every weekend. And there is no event in Lagos that you don't have musician, comedian, artist every weekend. So the sound company, the video company, the camera company, the media people. So imagine every weekend, the Bamura, they do like 120 million in Bamura. Yesterday, for example, my auntie, Pastor Shiju Iliomade, had her mom 90th birthday at the Eco Hotel. So Alibaba was the MC, Damola was the MC Adele was the MC, Vintage Band played, BJ Sax played. If you begin to quantify those things into money, you understand where we are. So for me to say I can't exchange Nigeria for anywhere, this is where it happens. And believe me honestly, as a Christian as a creative, I will stop to begin to say Nigeria is not good. Nigeria is good. We will keep making sure Nigeria gets better. I am not leaving the country for anything. I just came back from America and I know the way it's obtainable in America. Yes, they have all what it takes, but they don't have the natural endowment that we have here. Whiskey shut down London. Ashake shut down London. It has not been heard in history. The turnout, Burna Boy. We are shutting down the biggest stadium in the world. Now that's secular. Let's come back to gospel. Nathaniel shut down London. Dunsin shut down London. They shut down Canada a few weeks ago. I am telling you what I know, not what they are telling me. So why are you telling me that God is not with us? Definitely the hand of God is upon this country. And I'm going to say it on this platform. Everybody that does not want Nigeria to be okay, where I leave that person to be good, this country is going to be okay. There is a gentleman, with due respect, called Jerry Eze. I was in America and Jerry Eze came to Houston. The program was supposed to start by 2. As at 7 a.m., I'm talking about America, the security people could not handle the crowd. We're talking about Nigeria, one of the best, if not the best in the country. I'm not trying to be tribal or religion. Talk about even whether religion, whether anything, we have what it takes. So the entertainment has come to stay. We are affecting the world positively. We are taking over. Let me tell you, for gospel, As at 30 years ago, we just have about few people, the likes of Good Women, Mama Fashion, Bolare, Lazarus and the brother, the people that sang in the morning, early in the morning, then Panam Pasipo, 30, 40 years ago, then Pastor Iowa. These are the people that travel. But as I'm talking to you now, as I'm talking to you, outside the country, I know at least more than 22% of my 22 of my gospel artist colleague that are outside the country. I can begin to mention it. So there is something that God is doing with Nigeria, and this is just our own side. You want to talk about the hip hop side? I just mentioned that Whiskey, Burna Boy, Ashake, Tiwa Savage, they have shut down any biggest hall in the world. In the world. Let me tell you, to the glory of God, and I'm giving glory to God, when he talks about the creative entertainment in diverse form, if Nigeria, I saw an article, one Uganda artist was saying that all the award is always going to Nigeria. One of the awards they just finished, I can't remember. I was reading it in Virginia. So Nigeria has come to stay, and I want to beg the government to sit down, not because this is where I am, and that's why I analyze just Lagos. So if event is going on in Lagos, and everything we do every weekend is about 50 billion, Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Calabar, those are the four hubs where we do events, the main event place. So if you put that together, so we might be running to close to maybe 300 billion every weekend. 300 billion. So we are running our industry in total. In total, I haven't put the church and the mosque, because the church and the mosque too, they bring we artists either way, sound, media. Do you understand? If you put them together, in fact, I'm sorry, sir, we the creative, we are the highest employee of labor. I will give you example. This weekend of Independence, I performed in 3 places, and I have a 12-piece band. Yes, and I give them money per program. So if in Nigeria we have about 1,000 bands that has employed 12-piece, that's 12,000 people that we have given job. Is it 12,000 or 120,000? I'm just talking.
Yeah.
So BJ played yesterday. He employs band. Vintage band employs 16-piece band. We need to. Part of what I was trying to push when Professor Yemi Oshibajo was still the vice president, because I'm very close to him, was for us to enact a law. This entertainment industry, they need to really look into it. A lot can be done. There was a time that these days, Undoka Obwa,
Maybe.
he was doing the event called the Dome. He started big event in those days. At times, close to 20 different sectors get job in that event. Sound, stage, light, security, costume, caterer. I am telling you what I know. So I'm begging the country, let us try and come back, select people from every state, and let us enact law. Let me tell you the difficulties that we have a lot of artists though. In fact, the truth and the irony is that the artists that you see, all of us that you see, were few compared to the one that you haven't seen. Or let me put it this way, the artists that you are seeing, the one that are not popular, that are not yet blown, like they normally say, they are better than us that you are seeing. I will say it the way it is. There are serious songwriter, singer that are better than the one that are popular. And the problem is, in those days, with respect to our elders, there are more set up, but the structure wasn't there. So because we used to have Decca recording studio, we used to have EMI recording studio, we used to have recordists, Shanolu in Ejebode, So in those days, Oyinbos were manning all those studios. So they were having a label record. Now, if governments or individual states floats a label, because what is happening now is private sector that are doing this, the Star Quest, the Moftina Dance, the Big Brother Nigeria. But government is losing. Government, the same thing with soccer, the same thing with a lot of things. So they can make more money. they can. Okay, I was invited, and I'm saying this for the first time on social whatever. So there was somebody in DSTV that called me during the COVID, and I said, "Hey, man of God, you know what? We want to do something called Owambe." I have the email, and he called me and he said, "Sir, how do we do it?" I was consulted. That Owambe that you see, that all the bands were playing, I was one of the main person that wrote the script for them. There are so many things. But because they have a structure as media house, but government should go into this thing. Number two, music and creative, our universities and polytechnics should go back. Let us have a school. While I was playing as a young boy at Ibadan, all my parents, everybody didn't want me to play because they wanted me to go to school. Education is very vital. But believe me honestly, we must encourage people to go in the direction of their destiny and use education to back it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's not everybody that plays music, that smoke hymns, that no. Listen to me. Burna Boy was given Grammy Award. Everybody was afraid. They have nominated Burna Boy, Wizkid, Femi Kuti, King Sunny Ade, name them. These are not just this is not a joke. So where we are now, Nigeria is at the center, but the government must do a lot. You media, you have done excellently well because you are doing it without not the support of the government. Print media, social media, all kinds of media, television media. But guess what? If we enact a law, city people can access 40 billion loan payable back to the government in 40 years. Let me tell you, I am not blabbing. I have been everywhere. I know about this thing that I'm doing. Forget. 80% of the people in Hollywood, they have a government loan. In fact, some of them have grants. If they don't have grants, we are doing better than them because you are trying to give back to the society, not because you have a grant from government. We must enact a law that empowers the media, the creative, to be able to flourish. So what I mean is that out of little or nothing, we are ruling the world, media and entertainment. We are ruling the world. And let the president hear me, I'm repeating it. We are ruling the world. I have brought somebody that has a 10 Grammy Award to Lagos. His name is Kevin Bond. You can go and Google. So Kevin Bond is one of the best gospel producer over 4 decades. Kevin Bond produced Kirk Franklin, Yolanda Adam, Don Mue, Avin Slaughter. He has produced more than 40 of the guys. So him to come to Nigeria for the first time, and the beginning was history. You can Google him. Now, that concert, I spent 21,700,000 something. My neck was long. The problem is that we are all just doing it. Entertainment, you can't do it alone. So if you and I and the likes of Ali Baba, all the bands, they have done it to this level. Imagine if the government has a law that backs us, and guess what? They still get our tax. They still want us to pay tax. I know you from afar. I've just kept quiet, not until I met you during my brother's party. I know what you have done by bringing to the limelight creatives, whether acting, whether singing, whether everything. But it doesn't. It costs a fortune. If it's not because you have a passion for it, you cannot. The money you put into it, you don't get back. How many people pay money for adverts? How many people pay money for adverts? Same thing, Dele Momodu. In as much as people has a lot of things. I'm not a politician. I'm an artist here. We're talking about artists has nothing. Music, entertainment cuts across religion, cuts across politics. That's not who we are. We're a real thing. Do you understand what I'm saying, sir? So if there is a law that is backing the creatives, the media, music, entertainment, acting, nobody on earth until Jesus Christ comes would, because you already have the people already. I was in London, in America, and I saw you put up an award night. You just want people to come and the world to know what we have. And the Monique was there, great Monique and so. I've seen so many things. Not only you, some of your other colleagues. But believe me honestly, it cost fortune to put together. When I mean fortune, I'm not talking about 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. It is not easy for you to say you want to bring superstar together. You want to do an award night in the evening and everything. And I know some of you still want to do more.
Yeah.
Some of the award that they're doing in Africa and everywhere, it comes with money. It comes with a lot of things. But you guys you are even trying, because any business, you need a return that keeps the company flowing, that keeps the company flowing. Let me tell you the truth, and I'm going to say this for Dele Momodu. Is my brother, is my brother's friend. There was a time he brought one artist from Chicago. You will remember. F Young knows this story. So because I told you I'm one of the 1 to number 5 backliners in Lagos, renters. So the artist sent in his rider and he needed some particular instruments. So F Young and Wale Olomu or Wale contacted me and said, hey, boss, waiting they happen now. I should help them out. Honestly, I charged Bob D for the back line. I charged Bob D about maybe 1.5 million that night. Do you know what they want? They wanted a particular 60 kinds of keyboard, because the artists they brought, they are the artists that plays the 60 disco. So their instrument was quite very, very unique, peculiar. So I charged Bob D. Bob D said, hey, brother, I'll go and report you to Itua. I said, Bob D, whether you like it or not, I'm going to. That very day, Bob D gave me cash in the signature of a hotel, 800,000, and said, brother, go and help me do it. I'm just letting you know for you to know how difficult to put up a program. I think that was his second or third Ovation Carol. And the artist said that, listen, sir, the artist said that if Bob D does not produce that thing they want, they will cancel the contract and the money Bob D has paid has gone. I'm just telling you what it takes to put up a program. In fact, the keyboard player told me that Mike, they called me Michael, my English name Mike, if you don't come, we're not playing inside the hotel. So I went to go and told him that you can't do that. I'm going to sort you out. So I went to my studio, bring what he wanted to play, and since then we've been friends. What am I telling you? It takes, and Bob D wants to put up a good show. And listen, when you guys put up a good show, a good entertainment, everything, it's not just for you. It's for the name of the country. But the country hasn't realized that. Look, you city people, how many times has the country recognized city people that your work come to Abuja? I'm not saying it because of you. This is, people knows me. This is what I said. They don't even realize that there are some people that is flying the flag and the names of Nigeria. Last night, I watched Rashidi Yoko documentary in Victoria Setuba by a white person celebrating Rashidi Yakin. The problem with the country is not the talent, it's not the idea, it's the mechanism that is set on ground. Mechanism that is set on ground. So what I'm saying is that entertainment and media structure in the entertainment world in America has aided American artists, comedians, film people. In fact, they don't have talent compared to us, but the mechanism that is on ground push them ahead. That's why the likes of Tiwa Savage, Burna Boy is extraying them. They just discovered that they don't have anything. In New York, in California, in Chicago, if they don't play Nigerian music in any club, they have not arrived. Go and check what I'm telling you out. So, in as much that we have so much, we are still begging the government. Music education, all our university, we should go back to our music education, our creative, our arts and die, our poem. I grew up in 1977 to see Wole Soyinka playing guitar in First Act 77. Those are part of the people, those are part of my mentor, and I'm not going to lie to you. So the day I saw Wole Soyinka play guitar, I was in Ibadan. I said I have to play guitar. Wole Soyinka and Jimmy Sholanke. Wole Soyinka. So Jimmy Sholanke was playing in First Act. Yeah, Jimmy Sholanke. The likes of Wole Soyinka, Jimmy Sholanke, Akim Karim, Victor Owaifo, great people. So what I'm saying is that where we are now, it has come to stay. The only thing that we just need is a bit of the structure. In South Africa, for example, I've been there several times. In fact, I was one of the people that played in Nigerian village during the World Cup in South Africa. T-Mac, I was there. T-Mac, lots of Elinka Davis, all of us were there. So in South Africa, a musician or an actor or an artist has right to a particular loan to better his career, payable, as far as you are registered under a platform. And this is what I'm calling for Nigerians. We in the entertainment industry, we must have a unified body. Because by the time government enacts this law, you can't just, if you are not registered under an association, whether a P-man, I'm just citing an example, or Go-man, or Fogman, or anything, you don't. So we must be a card carrier of a recognized platform. But government should be able to, we are not supposed to put money on the natural talent. Government and private individuals should put money on our talent. Our duty is to bring the talent to the table. The private individual are supposed to take it to the world and make their own money and make sure we make money. This is what as Michael Jackson isn't different from Wizkid. The only difference is that Wizkid was selling akara in Oju Eleba, fetching water for his mom. But Michael Jackson had a Sony record that took Michael Jackson since he was 13 and 14. In fact, if it is not God Almighty, for people like Wizkid, we will have wasted away. When I grew up, Decca, EMI, Sony Record, Uncle Alao Kings, they were still there. In fact, Fumi Arabaye came out of Sony Record. I am telling you today. Ebenezer Obey, all of them, they came out of Decca Record. When the Oyinbos were still MD, something went wrong. Now Oyinbo has left us. We have the money, we have the people. Limelight is even on Nigeria for us to take over the world. This thing has affected soccer, it's affected music, filming, media, everything. I know what it is for you to travel and go and do interviews. Security, you carry gadgets, cameras, and they are in tons of millions. Black magic, movie magic, did you know? Editing, you have to edit, you have to do. So, but if you guys in the media, if you don't do this thing that you are doing to me, how will they know me? My duty is for me to bring out the content. The media are supposed to come and say, hey, world, we have a Tiwa Savage here. And that's why I'm using this medium to give credit to city people, all the media people, that specifically you do more of entertainment. You do, because you guys have done more of entertainment. The likes of Wale Olomo in 1990 Fame Award. We used to do it in La Pareilles Garden where they have the helicopter building. Yeah. Wale Olomo did a lot for Daddy Shoki and the likes of all the artists in those days. Because without you media, the creative, the film industry, the music industry, the comedy industry, the entertainment industry, nobody can know. Because they don't recognize us, they only recognize the media. So if you guys didn't take risks to spend billions, whether the money will come back, then we won't be where we are. So, in those days, radio too contributed to it, television contributed to it, and I must give respect to private television and private radio. But I'm challenging my government. First of all, I will not be a party to rubbish Nigeria. I said it earlier on. I will not exchange Nigeria for anywhere in the country, regardless of whatever things anybody might be saying about Nigeria. We know what we are saying. We know. I met somebody in America and he told me that I want to be your manager. He didn't know me. I just performed once. But there are millions of me inside Nigeria waiting to explode. Let the government here, state government, federal government, let us enact a law. We are ready. We'll select few of us. We enact a law. What Michael Jackson, Prince, and all of them they are enjoying in the world, not that they have a better talent, but they have a structure in the system constitutionally that is helping the entertainment industry. And guess what? Government can make the tax that you cannot make from industry, you can make it for our entertainment industry. If you know what it is, if we publish a song, media, billions of dollars is going into it, caterer, television house, and government can be collecting their tax.